Yo, what's good everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can grow your Memecoin portfolio, whether you have 0.1 or 0.5 or 1 SOL. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can grow any portfolio and the exact tools that I use, as well as the exact strategies that I use, because strategy is very, very important, but tools are also very important. Now, you're going to need a trading platform, obviously. So the best trading platform that I recommend right now is going to be Axiom Pro. It's free. You get paid to use it. You get paid back in fees, basically. And it is the fastest in everything, right? Twitter tracker, transactions, everything. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. But without any further ado, let's get started. So what are we looking for in coins? Well, firstly, we want to filter out the coins that are not going to do well, right? There's a lot of scam coins. 99% of these are rugs or scams. So we want to filter these out so that we're actually seeing good coins that have potential, all right? Now, what I'm going to be doing is on new pairs, obviously, I'm probably going to keep 90% of the time, I'm keeping these like empty, right? Raw dogging it. The reason to that is because I want to see all the coins that are coming out. If an Elon tweet comes out or something crazy, I want to be able to snipe that, all right? Now, with Final Stretch and Migrated, it's a little bit more different. What I'm looking for in Final Stretch and Migrated is coins that are not dead, basically, right? Because without filters, you're going to be seeing a lot of dead coins or just a lot of obvious rugs. And like I said before, I don't want to see obvious rugs, right? So, you know, like those one candle coins, staircase, staircase, staircase. We call them like the staircase to heaven coins, and then boom, all the way down in one candle, right? So I don't want to be seeing those in my Final Stretch. I only want to see coins that have potential, right? And then I can look through those coins and see, okay, does this coin have potential to go to migration, etc., 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 right? So then I go through a checklist. But first, I'm going to be breaking down my certain filters, all right? So for Final Stretch, all you guys got to do is, if you guys want all the filters, make sure to join the Discord for free. And then all I do is export, and you'd import them, go like this, Control V and import. It's literally that easy. So you don't have to, you know, go manually put them in. But I'm going to explain why I have them the way that they are so that you guys know why. So right now I currently have Pump Fund, Bonk, Jupiter, and Launch Labs. And okay, I'll turn on like Bags. It just depends like how the volume is, because Bags has been getting a lot more volume. I think it's like the third biggest right now. So these are like the only ones that I have on right now. I don't really keep Moonshot on that much, not Boop, not Dynamic Bonding Curve, which is Matora, or Moonit, because I don't like, nobody really trades in these, you know? So they're kind of dead platforms. And also with the Final Stretch, I like to see coins that are having momentum, right? That are not dying out slowly. So the max age I have is at 30 minutes. And the top 10 holders, I have 40, 40, 40, 40. This way, I'm not getting obvious rugs, right? If you have more than 40% top 10 holders, it's like 99% chance rug. If the dev's holding more than 40%, 99% chance rug, etc., 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 right? Now for the metrics, this is very important. I have the minimum market cap at 10K. The reason to this is because if a coin's at like 8, 9K, it's probably just dead. It's not going anywhere. So if it's able to get up to 10K, then, you know, it's starting to get more momentum. More people are starting to see it, and you're not really late, but you're not like super, super, super early on the new pairs where you could just buy and get rugged, right? So it's starting to pick up momentum. These are the exact filters that I have on here. And for Migrated, it's very, very similar, right? But the maximum age I have at 120 minutes, and the 40, 40, 40, etc., right? Now, on the metrics, I keep it at 12K market cap to show, you know, for example, like let's say this coin, it's at 83K. It went and nuked all the way down. If it's able to go to like 20K or 12K or 13K, it's possible that it bounces up. If it goes all the way down to zero, like 6K, 5K market cap, it's like 99% dead, right? So I don't want to see those coins that are just super dead. And you can see, right, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 coins on my Migrated and just a few coins on the Final Stretch. And this is very, very helpful, because if you don't have them, then you're going to have a whole list of just trash coins that you're going to have to go through. So it's way, way, way easier to find coins that actually have potential, that actually can run, because it's going to save you a lot of time. Time is money in this space. So it's very, very, very important to keep your time and, you know, obviously see coins that have potential. Now, what am I looking for when I'm buying into these coins, right? Well, if we go to this Kobe, the cat, right? This one already looks kind of like a rug, right? Now, let me break down exactly why. So first thing, this is some like new alpha that I just figured out, right? Someone was telling me about it. Look at the global fees. So this is very important, because the fees paid on a token, right? Let's say I have 0.001, or some people have like, you know, 0.1 or whatever fees they pay, right? Depending on how much size they're going in with. So you want to have fees that are generally normal, right? Let's say I want to say an average like for every 5K market cap, you want at least 5 to 10K market cap, you want at least point or like, yeah, 0.5 SOL paid in fees. So for a coin to be at 40K market cap, at least you want to see like 4 to 5 SOL, right? Because it's showing real volume, because the bots and the bundlers are going to pay the lowest amount of fees that they can, right? Because they make their money off of nuking the chart and dumping it. So they don't want to waste extra money on fees. They don't care about where they're getting filled because they buy at the very, very, very beginning. So you need to be paying attention to the global fees. Also look at the volume, make sure the volume looks natural, as well as holders. Because if you have a bunch of holders, right, that have no SOL balances, then it's just a common rug, right? It's just a very, very, very obvious rug. And the reason why, right? The reason why to that is that, you know, for example, like if someone has like 10 SOL in their wallet, 20 SOL, these seem like all right holders, right? It's a little bit questionable, some of them. But if they have no SOL, basically, like say I had 10 SOL, I funded in 10 different wallets, they're all going to, after they buy the token, they're going to have barely any SOL left in it, right? So that's a very, very, very important indicator. Obviously, bubble maps, which is already built in Axiom, all these are super, super, super important, right? Now, another strategy I'm going to be showing you is basically front-running narratives, right? Front-running attention. So for example, this coin, Chanel with hat. I'm going to break down my exact thesis why I'm in this coin currently and why I think it can send. Now, it sucks because I was in, there's two different cats, all right? So let me basically break down my thesis on this coin. So the creator of bags, right? The owner, the CEO, he has two different cats. So one of them is Chanel, and then one of them is Chai, I think. Chai, whatever you call it. Now, the thing that sucks, right? I was up like 3 SOL on this coin or 2 SOL. And I held all the way up to here, got in here. I was up, let me look at my exact entry. So bought in here, I was up here. Now, why did this coin dump so hard, right? I was originally planning to hold this until, let's say it went to at least $1 million, right? Because I bought both of these coins. If we scroll back, right? I bought this coin right here and, you know, actually a little bit back here. Okay, I bought this coin right here and both of them turbo nuked, right? Because he basically got this hat for his cats, right? So at this current moment, we're waiting to see which cat he's going to put them on, right? But currently the poll is winning in the Chanel's cat favor, which we can see on the Twitter. Let me find his, here we go. So this is kind of like attention markets, right? So 58% in Chanel's favor. The poll is 4 hours old, so it's looking very, very good, I guess, for Chanel, right? Now, the reason to buy this, okay, for me was, so he was starting to bull post it, right? This is the creator of bags, right? So think about the creator of Pump Fun, which is Alon. So the creator of bags is Finn. So this is bullish, right? So he posted that he got this in the mail. He posted that it came from, you know, like it got delivered. So everybody's anticipating it, right? And what is he going to be doing with the hat? Well, he's going to be putting it on one of the cats, right? He has 2 cats. So why would you buy both, right? What if one of them rugs, right? Well, this is where you start understanding R&R, right? Risk versus reward. Whichever cat it is, the coin's going to go absolutely parabolic, right? So think about it. If you throw 1 SOL in each coin, if you throw 1 SOL in Chanel and 1 SOL in Shia, and the max you can lose on one of the coins is like 1 SOL, but the second that he posts the picture with the, you know, the correct cat or the cat that won, it's going to go absolutely parabolic, right? So this is a very, I guess, low risk strategy. Now, the thing that sucks is I was technically down on this coin. It sucks because I sold. It was really, really, really difficult, like a difficult decision for me to sell because I was in this with like 2 or 3 SOL and I got completely nuked, right? Everybody just like sold the chart. Because if we look back here, it says delivered, blah, blah, blah. And then big announcement coming shortly. He posts this. And then we have successfully bought the hat. Based on the community feedback, we're going to do something completely different with the raised funds, blah, blah, blah. So people were basically freaking out because everybody thought, right? If when he says something completely different, people are thinking that he's not going to be putting the hat on the cat, right? So then the coin completely nuked, right? And I ended up selling the bottom. Now I eventually got back in because all the commotion started fizzling out a little bit. So looks like I got back in here. These 2 coins were PvPing. So I don't know if you guys know, which is kind of crazy. There is people that were botting the polls. So I don't know how much they were paying to bot them, but it was like 70% and then it flipped again. So it was basically just pure PvP. They were just completely going crazy on the coins. And this is just part of the trenches, right? You have to be very, very, very quick with this information. And this is like, I guess like the boring stuff that nobody likes to talk about, but this is what I want to give you guys, like information, because this is actually how you learn. This is actually how the real trenches are, right? Now, obviously, yeah, of course, there's so many different strategies, but this one I'm breaking down because this one's a very, I guess, low risk, high reward if you're able to get in a cozy entry, right? Now, with this, it's going to be probably just consolidating, maybe going up a little bit because of the anticipation. But as soon as he confirms the polls, right? So it says around 20, it was around 24 hours. So in 20 hours, it should be confirmed, right? And the thing is, the truth is anything can happen, right? So this is why you need to manage your risk. Let's say he doesn't even post the cap, but these are all hypotheticals, right? What if, what if, what if? As long as you got a good entry and you're willing to hold and you have a thesis behind it, it's fine with holding and just waiting for the news to come, and then you could sell the news. So basically, yeah, what I'm thinking is probably going to consolidate. He could even release the poll in the morning or tonight. Who knows? I don't know. I guess he lives in LA, right? So he's probably asleep by now when he posted the thing, or Hollywood or whatever. So this is something that you just watch, right? And then in the meanwhile, with the rest of your port, you can be looking at final stretch and trading, right? Because these kind of trades are more of the ones that you sit and lay back on and just watch. Now, and it's actually great for people that don't sit at their computer all day, that are not fully trenching. And also with these kind of plays, they're way easier to size into, right? You could size in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SOL plus into these, as long as you're DCAing and getting good entries. And as soon as the crazy news comes out, you sell the news. So this is like kind of a conviction play. I mean, I'm up, so I don't really care. Like if I sell it break even or not, it is what it is, right? But I do think this could go crazy, not financial advice. Now, what are we looking at for final stretch? So when I'm looking at a coin, I'm looking for a good narrative. I don't want something that's been done before or been done 1,000 times, right? And I'm also looking for normalish looking charts. I don't want really weird, like questionable fake charts. And the truth is, like, this just comes with like hours of putting in hours. You start to understand like, okay, this chart doesn't look natural. You guys got to realize I'm tracking over 300 wallets, and all these are for free in the Discord. So you could just copy and paste them. I'm tracking over 300 wallets, and think about it. For this coin that's already at 35K market cap, just think about it, right? There's always sometimes exceptions, but why has nobody bought this coin? Anybody, right? Like at least the people that I track, right? So some of them are like really, really, really good traders. Some of them are scalpers, whatever, etc. Right? All the people on KOL scan, those influencers, whatever, right? Twitter people. So why has nobody bought that, right? So it's something you got to ask yourself. Is it a rug coin? Do they know something about it that we don't, right? Because most of the time people are going to be in the runner coin. We could look at this Claude coin. This guy bought it, and people bought it at the beginning, right? So it looks more normal. So this is what you're looking out for. You're looking out for charts and coins that look natural, that have potential. And yeah, you're bidding them, but you're not just bidding them at any like level. You're looking for entries all the time. So let me go back to this other coin here, Pancake. What is an entry, right? So always I like to say is 40 to 60% is super, super, super important, because yes, maybe a coin goes down 20, 30% and it goes back up, but you have to be understanding risk versus reward, and you have to understand basic, strategy. Like if it doesn't come to you, then you're not going to take it, right? If you're always forcing trades or over trading, which is a big thing that I've noticed, just trading coins because you're bored, let's say the market's slow, you want to make money, then you're going to get cooked, okay? So you need to be waiting for the trades to come to you. If we look at this all the way from 43 to 20, right? That's around 50%. So that's in the middle between these two. You could have bid this coin right here, right? And boom, scalp that. Now, it doesn't matter where you sell. You could have sold at 30, you could have sold at 40, 2x, whatever. But if you're able to find coins, right? I'm not saying Pancake, but I'm saying if you see a good coin, it hasn't been done before. If you want to know if it's been done before, just go to the right side and look at similar tokens, and just make sure there's not a bunch that have been copied, the same picture, whatever, right? Because there's no point of buying it if it's just a copycat. If one already ran before, what makes this one good? So this is super, super, super important. And another tool that I really, really, really like to use is called Uxento. This is by far the best tool right now, and it's free. So there is like so many cool features. And if you have two monitors, I highly, highly, highly recommend putting this on your other monitor So let me just go to the sign in tab here. Boom, and then Yuxento Vision. Perfect. So this will show you the CAs that get posted in alpha groups, streamflow locks. So if you're looking at an AI coin or any coin where the dev, you're waiting for them to lock, the second it gets locked on streamflow, then it will update on here, right? You don't have to click on the link, make sure everything else, whatever, right? Instant. Same with True Social Tracker and CT Tracker. You could keep this opened up on a different monitor while you're trading on Axiom, or you could probably squeeze this on your one monitor if you have like a biggish or bigger, biggish, if you have a little bit bigger of a monitor, and you could fit that in, right? So these are just some cool tips that I like to break down, some strategy as well. So if you guys like these kind of videos, feel free to like and comment. And yeah, thank you for watching.